your sheep. Hold that thought. Picture the USYer at her third event. She likes the Ruach, but she's not sure where she fits in yet. She saw people leading an activity and wants to go sit with them at lunch, but their table is full and they all look like close friends with inside jokes. So she sits alone. I am here because I was that girl. And I wasn't that girl. I was at my first event, shy and scared, like that girl. But I was lucky. I was found by people who laughed at my nerdy jokes and helped me to feel comfortable. Very quickly, I found a home, and unlike that girl, rarely sat alone. Sometimes from your first event, you fit right in. But for some, finding your place can be painful. USY veterans can become so focused inwardly on our own experience that we forget to turn outward and help welcome newcomers. Find your sheep. Everyone is a potential leader, but some don't believe that their voice matters. Some of the kindest teens never find their way in. Often, the loud voices are heard, while the quiet voices are not. We do need people who are confident, and their energy does propel us forward. And the quiet, wise, introspective voices have merit as well. Consider the Unatan Tokef, part of our High Holiday prayers. It says, Shofar gadol yitaka, the kol zmama daka yishama. The loud, clear shofar will sound, and the small, still voice will be heard. It's not just a description of how we can hear God, it's a description of how we must hear each other. We must hear the loud and the quiet at the same time. I believe that whoever you are, your voice deserves to be heard. And I promise to listen to all of you. Because in a religious community, it's not just Kol Shofar, and it's not just Kol Zmama, it's Kol HaKolot. All of our amazing, unique, valuable voices, complementing one another to create something beautiful. Find your precious sheep. We're almost there. This week, we read Parshat Shemot, our introduction to Moshe and his introduction to God. Did Moshe have ambition? Was he a confident speaker? Far from it. Moshe says, Lo ish dvarim anochi, I am not a man of words. Imagine if Moshe's self-doubt had kept him from rising up against Pharaoh. Imagine if his potential as a leader was never identified. Back to the sheep. How was Moshe chosen to lead the Jewish people? A commentary explains that Moshe was tending his flock when he noticed that one small, precious sheep had run away. Something in that sheep was familiar to him and compelled him to chase it. The sheep mattered. Moshe ran after it into the wilderness, where he saw the burning bush. Perhaps watching Moshe chase that sheep is what told God that Moshe was the right choice. Moshe chased a shy sheep, so God chose a shy Moshe. Thousands of years later, Moshe's example still lives through us, should inspire us, must motivate us. Beyond tefillah and learning, more than ruach and social action, perhaps the most important Jewish value for us to model and live by in USY is to find that spark in everyone. Leadership's main goal is about finding your sheep, seeing hidden strength and potential in someone who might not know it yet, and helping them carve out their own path to meaning making. I am sharing these words today because I do want to serve USY for the next year, but more important than that, I hope that you might act even a little differently at the next meal. When you walk into the huge room with the overwhelming number of tables, your first instinct, and honestly my first instinct, can be to go sit with your friends. But tonight, look around. Seek out that USYer who might feel lonely. Find that USYer who, with some of your attention and love, could be a Moshe, could do anything. Find that person who has so much to offer together we will build a USY in which everyone has a voice. Find your sheep. Thank you.